so next one is Graceful, so it's day 17. Oh yes, I really love this illustration. However, when I was filming, it was the storm and the lighting was terrible, so I had to actually switch on lights, and the whole video was quite sort of yellow because of the lighting situation. And I unfortunately decided, well, I unfortunately had to refilm it because I didn't want to upload a video of that quality. And then I went ahead and I tried to do this illustration again, and the second version I don't like as much. So here is the one that I have filmed for you. The face is not as pretty. Yeah, I probably prefer the lashes here more, just because they go in a straight line with the neck, maybe the necklace as well, but other than that, really, this one is my favorite. So then we have day 18, and it's Filthy. So this was kind of a fun take on the prompt. Yeah, so I gave her filthy makeup. I do like her a lot, actually. I don't know why, but it's kind of this illustration makes me laugh, and yeah, I do like her a lot. Then next one is Thursday, day 19, and it's Cloud. So here I kind of went with Heike Mackach from Love Always, the Christmas movie, and she's a German actress that actually, funny enough, when I went to school, I used to live in Hamburg and went to school there, and when I was a teenager there was a program called Braue TV on German TV, and I used to love watching it because she was the presenter, and there was like Backstreet Boys coming onto the show, and she had a good chat with them and things like that, so she had a good English and fun character, so it makes me feel really old now when I think about it. But yeah, so that's what it is about. Not my favorite, just because I messed up her shoulder and the proportions, but you know, kind of okay. I'm okay with it, I don't hate it. Now comes day 20, and it's Deep. I have tried to change the hair of this illustration, so if you go and watch the original video, you will notice that the hair is different in the original video. And yeah, I tried to change it up and give her these Mickey Mouse ears, but yeah, it's not my favorite. I don't know, her face came out really not pretty at all. I do like this part of her body and this part of the illustration, so the dress is quite cool, but I think this area, yeah, so it's one of the illustrations that I hate, probably, I would say. And I used a shadow violet in this illustration for from Daniel Smith, for the separation of the pigments. It's very pretty. Okay, so next one is day 21, and it's Furious. So again, not one of my favorites. I do prefer the original that I did in just kind of in an insert, trying out a few things and getting a few ideas. This one didn't come out as well, and her body looks weird, and these bows, they don't need to be there. Yeah, not really happy. So that's that. This one I love, definitely I love. Day 22, and it's Trail, so these stars are trailing down from her lashes basically. She's very cute, I think. Everything came out perfect. Her face, her neck, the body, the lashes, just everything looks well balanced to me. Next one is day 23, and it's Juicy, also one of my favorites, because I used the Wink of Stella. I hope you can see the lovely shimmers on her lips and the flowers on her shoulders and the flowers of her dress. It looks so pretty. So this is obviously my Frida illustration. I do love her. And then we have day 24, and the prompt was blind. So that's that. I can't say I love her, but I do like her. This one, not one of my greatest. Again, I preferred the original one, which I did in an insert. Here the arm is way too kind of spaghetti-like, way too long, and her face isn't as pretty, just got a bit too messy around the eyes. So it was supposed to be a ship illustration. It's more of a boat, but you know, essentially that's what it is. Day 26 now. Again, this is one of my favorites. Prompt is Squeak, and it's supposed to be quite humorous, where I give her an incredibly unrealistically tiny waist, and sort of trying to say she's wearing one of those corsets and a super heavy earring, and she's trying to be super fashionable and glamorous, and it's all looking kind of good, but it's making her squeak because she's a little uncomfortable. Day 27, and the prompt is Climb, also one of my favorites because her face is super pretty. I love the neck and the body, very slender, and those little creatures are climbing up onto her. Now this is another one of my mess ups. I would say I dislike it as much as the very first illustration. It just came out completely wrong and very messy, and all those lines and everything. The face very not pretty at all. So I decided to redo it, and let me find it. Yeah, so I used the very last page for that, and so I have then created this girl, which I love. I mean, compared to this, there's a big difference, and she's very pretty face. A bit of a gooseneck going on right here, and maybe a bit heavy on the top of her body, but I think that sort of it kind of has this sort of 50s 60s body fashion, a body shape that was fashionable, so like Marilyn Monroe, that kind of time I'm talking about. And I gave her a few buttons at the back, which I thought looks quite nice and brings it to that era. And yeah, so the prompt was fall, and the stars are falling, and she's looking at them, and they're falling into a heap. So that's that. Then we go to the next day, which is day 29, and the word was united. I really enjoyed doing this one, and I enjoyed as much as the original that I've done in the insert, just because, I don't know, it's kind of clean looking, nothing too much going on, very simple, and I think, you know, it is what it says. So united. So yeah, then we have Monday the 30th. So this is the one illustration before the last one, and very different to everything you've seen before, and I kind of feel like here I can really see how much my style has improved, how much my proportions have improved, etc, etc. So I'm really happy with this one. I'd say this is my favorite one. I'd love to put it in a little frame or something, but yeah, so this is a variety of things I'm using here. So this green is very beautiful. I have mentioned to you, this is the Dr. P.H. Martin's Hydrus Sub Green, very beautiful green, and yeah, just a bit of color here and there, but nothing that is distracting in any way. And I love these tiny creatures. I hope you can see them. So I put one here, one inside the leaf, one here on top, another one here, and then the final one here, and the hummingbird, obviously. And finally, day 31, and the prompt was Musk. So I decided to go for this very mysterious, very kind of I don't know, this kind of sexy, sassy looking girl with her elaborate kind of mask with these tassels, and there is nothing else, and we don't see her facial expressions, we don't see her eyes, we don't see her brows, we just see her lips and a bit of a cheek, and that is it. And I gave her this sort of snake, exaggerated, super long and thin neck, and that is just to give it a little bit more interest because of the tassels, because they're all going down in a straight line, and I didn't want to have a straight neck. I wanted to kind of bend it and create a little bit more interest. So all of these things that I'm talking about, I have learned throughout this 31 days, because when I started I didn't understand a difference between this neck or that neck, or how I need to bend it, or where I need to lead the line, and it just was all kind of very fresh and new. And yeah, I'm super happy that I participated, and I hope you enjoyed this flip through, and thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.